Hello, my name is Calvine Rollins. I am a high school counselor and current president of the Georgia Association of Educators. On November 6th, our communities will be asked whether we want to rewrite our state constitution to give away our rights to choose whom we want to make local decisions regarding public charter schools. First, we must be clear that a no vote on Constitutional Amendment 1 regarding charter schools is not a vote against charter schools, but rather it's a vote in support of the ability of our communities to make those local public school decisions on charters for ourselves. Amendment 1's language is purposely designed to confuse and detract from its actual intent. Charter schools do have their place in the local educational choice parents should enjoy. When you look past its purposely misleading language, this Amendment 1 is really about a state-appointed committee that is unaccountable to the local citizens in a community for which they will be making decisions. This committee of outsiders would invalidate and override the charter school decisions of our local school officials whom we elect and hold accountable to do so on our behalf. Our local school officials live and work in our communities and know firsthand the challenges our students and communities face. It is from this specific knowledge, along with input from our local citizens, that they make decisions on our behalf. If we don't feel they are serving our community as they should, we already have the power to make a change by way of the local election process. Passage of Amendment 1 would subvert that process with regard to decisions on public charter schools. It also would mean that, on a constitutional level, our community would lose its right to control its own money and destiny. Once lost, this right would be impossible to regain without another constitutional vote. Amendment 1 also shows disrespect and contempt for Georgia's Supreme Court. Last year, the court ruled unconstitutional a 2008 law that first formed this state-appointed committee of outsiders and then gave it the power to create state charter schools over the qualified objections of our local school leaders. What would defeat of Amendment 1 mean for our communities? First, it would signal a resounding rebuff of individuals wanting to both subvert our Supreme Court and override decisions made by locally accountable persons we've elected. Second, it would serve as a confirmation of the confidence we have in our local school officials to make the right decisions for our communities in which they also live and work. They may or may not decide charters would be good for us. However, if they don't, a committee of outsiders shouldn't have the right to ignore that decision and do it anyway. So on November 6th, I ask you to cast a yes vote for our public schools by voting no on Constitutional Amendment 1. Thank you, and see you at the polls.